Hi, namaste. Thank you for being here. My name is Ally, and this is day 5 of this wonderful 5-day immersion that myself and the other faculty at the School of Living Yoga have been putting on over this past 5 days. So if you're just finding this video, it's a totally self-paced journey, so I'll post the playlist below in case you'd like to experience all 5 days. And really the focus of this immersion has been nervous system regulation, how to soothe and calm the nervous system. So hopefully by the end of this 5 days, you'll be feeling the cumulative effects of that. And today's practice is going to be a restorative yoga practice, prop free. So you don't need any props for this practice except for maybe a yoga mat. And we're going to do yoga nidra practice at the end. So you might actually like to bring some of your props that you normally use for a yoga nidra practice. So you might have an yoga nidra nest that you create where you bring maybe an eye covering and a bolster for behind your knees, or any of those type of items are welcome to come along. And myself and the School of Living Yoga, we have a very exciting offering for you today, which is a link to do a 1-week free trial of our membership site. So this is a membership site where you can join and do weekly live classes with us, all 4 of us in the faculty of the School of Living Yoga. And there will be all sorts of amazing things from yoga nidra practices, restorative yoga practices, flow practices, all sorts of different types of sadhanas, and also workshops. So coming up this June, if you're seeing this at the time it's being released, I'll be doing a 4-part series for intermediate yoga nidra. So we'll go on a deep dive into some of the philosophy behind some of the practices that lead into that state of yoga nidra, and some of the reasons why it's so powerful. So I hope that you can join us inside of the Living Yoga Circle. So click the link below to get your 1-week free trial, and we're excited to practice with you live. Okay, so it's time to meet me on your mat, and just hit pause if you need to grab anything before we begin. Okay, so like I mentioned, you don't need any props for this practice, but if you'd like to bring some things for yoga nidra, I have a eye covering, a blanket, and a bolster. You might have other items, or you might not have any, and that's okay too. Okay, so coming now to do a little bit of pranayama to calm and soothe the nervous system. Could you just find a comfortable seated position? And then placing hands either facing up or facing down in the lap. And then when you're ready, closing down through the eyes. Good, and we'll begin with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose, releasing through the mouth. Deep breath in, long exhalation through the mouth. On the next inhale, 2 sips in, filling the lungs. Long exhalation through the mouth. We'll do that again, 2 sips in. Slow release. And last one like that, 2 sips of air in. Letting it all go. Good, and then begin to let your breath come back to a normal, easy rhythm in and out through the nose. But with a gentle encouragement, so that you're filling the full capacity of the lungs in an easeful way. And you might imagine you could equalize the inhale and the exhale. Maybe inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling to a count of 4. Welcoming sounds on this recording, and sounds within your own environment. Notice how this focus on equalizing the in-breath and the out-breath can act as a powerful way to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So your rest and digest and relax response. The whole host of benefits that comes along with being in this state of relaxation, of calm, and of presence. And you might call in any intention that you may have had for yourself in this 5 days. This 5 days of self-care for your central nervous system. And then slowly begin to gather the hands in at the heart center, palm to palm, Namaskar Mudra. Take a moment here to sense any reverence that you have for the practice of yoga, for the wise beings who have passed this tradition down through the millennia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then slowly begin to stretch the arms out and away from you up towards the sky, drawing a big circle around your physical body. And then on the exhale, bringing the hands in towards the heart center, palm to palm, gathering at the heart, and then inhaling to reach out, up and overhead. Exhaling, hands down to the heart center. And we'll do that one more time. Deep breath in, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart, pausing here momentarily. And then on the inhale, bringing the palms back up through the center towards the sky. And then reaching the arms out and around you, spread the fingers wide, feel the stretch through your arms, and then gathering the hands back in at the heart. Inhale up. Exhale to reach down and around your body. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Good, a couple of gentle twists. The next time you inhale, reach the arms up and exhale to look over your right shoulder as you sweep the left arm across, finding a gentle twist in the spine. And then on your next breath in, reach the arms back up as you pass through the center, exhaling over to the other side. And then begin to flow with your breath here, inhaling to reach, exhaling to twist. Inhaling to reach, and exhale to twist. Following that easy rhythm of breath. Gentle encouragement, filling the lungs, emptying slowly. The next time that you pass through center, reaching the arms up, exhale to roll the wrists down and around your body. And then bringing hands onto the lap, inhale to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale to roll the shoulders back down and away from the ears. So on the inhale, rolling the shoulders up, exhaling to roll the shoulders back down and away. One more time. Good. Next time you inhale, reach the arms out, up and overhead. Exhale to interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the back of the head, supporting the back of the skull there. Inhale to look up, gently press your head into the hands. Feel a stretch here, and then on your exhale, tuck the chin and round forward, bringing elbows towards each other. Inhale to rise back up, let your elbows open wide, gently press the head into the hands, and exhale to slowly arch your spine as you round into cat. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, rising back up, and exhale to release. Arms come down, and we'll transition slowly over into table pose. So coming over to hands and knees, grounding through the palms, and in this table pose, I'll actually encourage you to walk your hands a little farther forward so that you can circle the hips around. So on the inhale, circling the hips forward. On the exhale, circling the hips back. Inhaling to circle forward. Exhale, circling the hips back. Moving round and round. And then reversing the direction of the circles. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. The next time you draw the hips back towards the heels, stretching out into a little bit of a child's pose. So you might like to keep your toes tucked under here if that feels good, or you can point the toes and let the hips settle a little farther down. Deep breath or two here. And then slowly lifting partway up, walking hands over towards the left side. So left hand, right hand, walk over towards the left side. Taking a couple of deep breaths here into the right side ribs and right side body. Let your head relax down. Know that if child's pose isn't comfortable for your knees, you can do all of this from a more comfortable puppy position if you like. Walking your hands back to center, lifting the gaze slightly to walk hands all the way across towards the right side, feeling the stretch in the left side body, breathing into that stretch in your left side. Let your head relax down, deep breaths. Slowly rising up, walking the hands back through center, and then rising up to table to come down gently onto the belly in a prone position. So If you can't lay in prone position for any reason, know that I'll be giving some modifications for that, but you can just come onto your back instead. So from here, letting the forehead rest down onto the back of the palms. So I'm just stacking my palms here, letting the forehead rest down onto the palms, and then let your knees bend and let the feet gently sway from side to side. Just releasing the low back. Know that if you're on your back body, you can bend your knees and let your knees sway from side to side, feet nice and wide apart. And from here, extending the legs long. If you're in supine position on the back of your body, and know that you can keep your knees bent, and we'll come up to a gentle bridge pose as opposed to Sphinx posture, which is what I'm going to guide now in prone position. So bringing your elbows directly beneath your shoulders, you can grab onto either elbow just to make sure your elbows are about shoulder distance apart and directly under the shoulders. Then bringing the hands out to rest in front and taking your gaze just in between the two index fingers. Let your shoulders begin to draw down away from the ears so that you're lengthening the spine, and keep a soft engagement of your glute muscles, gently pressing down into the tops of the feet, to the tops of the thighs. Deep breaths here into the low belly in Sphinx posture. If you're in supine position again, please come into bridge pose by grounding through the feet, engaging the glutes to lift the pelvis up off of the earth, and then holding there as you breathe deeply. If at any point you feel the urge to release the posture, listen to your body. Come back down to rest in supine or prone position. But if you can, maybe another deep breath or two here. And then very slowly we'll begin to come down to rest in supine or prone position again, bringing the elbows back out to the sides, letting the hands rest stacked palm on top of the other, and forehead rest down onto the palms. You can bend the knees and let the knees sway gently from side to side. Deep breaths into the belly. Massaging the thighs and the low belly as the legs sway, releasing the low back. And our next posture will begin from a seated position. So if you're in prone, you can extend the legs, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, engage the core to press yourself up and back into child's pose. And if you're in supine position on the back of the body, you can start to hug your knees into the chest and roll to one side to rise up gently to seated position. So slowly rising, coming into that seated position. We're going to come into a forward fold, and I'm going to give a couple of different options. One is Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. The other is Upavista Konasana, which the legs are extended out to either side. So choosing whichever option feels more comfortable for you, and know that your legs can be at a different angle. They can be closer together if that's more comfortable for the hips. Check in with the hips, the low back, see what feels good for you. And then when you found that comfortable position for your legs, inhale to lengthen through the spine, lift and engage through the core. Exhale to gently fold forward just ever so slightly until you feel the stretch start to deepen within the legs. And then holding here for a couple of deep breaths. You might close your eyes, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And know that for some of you, you'll stay right here for the rest of this posture, the guidance of this posture. And then for others, it'll feel very comfortable to naturally start to fold forward and round through the spine. So again, only if it feels comfortable for you, you might fold forward, rounding through the spine. If there's any discomfort or strain in the low back, that's a good indication to come right back up to that engaged core position. Deep breaths. Easy rhythm of breath. You might come back to that gentle 4 count in and out. You might imagine you could send the inhalations into the stretch that you're feeling in the legs. And then slowly beginning to rise up, coming all the way up to that seated position again. And then just, if you're in Baddha Konasana, extend your legs. If you're in Upavista, bring the legs a little closer together, and then just let your thighs and calves thump on the ground a little bit. Just side to side, thump, thump, thump. Good, and then we'll come down into a supine position. So coming to lay on the back body. And as you come to lay down, extending the legs long, feet fairly close together. And then take a moment to adjust your shoulder blades, your head and your neck for a complete comfort laying on the ground. And then slowly what we're going to do is begin to walk the feet over towards the right side of the mat. So walking the right heel a couple inches over, then the left heel a couple inches over, both heels walking towards the right side of the mat until you start to sense a little bit of a stretch in the left side body. There's a couple options here if you'd like to explore a little further. One is to reach the arms up and overhead and interlace the arms so you're gripping onto either elbow. And then just ever so slightly turning the head towards the right and pulling the left elbow towards the right side so that you're coming into a crescent moon shape as you lay on the earth. Closing down through the eyes. Deep breaths into the belly. You might come back to that equal rhythm of breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then first releasing the head and the arms back to center. So turning the head to center, releasing the arms down alongside your body. And very slowly begin to walk your heels back to center. So one by one, a couple inches at a time, walking the heels slowly and gently back to center. And then just pausing here to notice the sensations flowing through the left side body as compared to the right side body. And then very slowly we'll come to the other side. So you can begin by walking one heel at a time, just a couple of inches over, one by one, couple inches over, towards the left side. And then slowly reaching the arms up towards the sky, bending the elbows, and turning the head towards the left as you gently pull the right elbow towards the left side. Again, just as much as feels comfortable. It should feel like a gentle and nourishing stretch through the right side body as you rest here in crescent moon position, supine crescent moon. Deep breaths. You might again establish your 4-count rhythm. Two more deep breaths here. Slowly coming back through the center, releasing the arms down alongside the body, and then very gently, very slowly begin to walk the heels back towards the center. And you might just walk your heels a little farther apart this time. Instead of having them close together, you might take a little bit of a wider position with the heels, letting the toes roll out towards the outsides if that feels good. And then again, resting here, just noticing how you feel. Noticing the subtle sensations flowing through the right side body as compared to the left. And steady, deep rhythm in your breath. Relaxing the face and the jaw. And you might take some time here to begin setting up to get even more comfortable for a Yoga Nidra practice. So you might have some props nearby, like a bolster, blanket, eye covering. Take some time now to begin setting yourself up for comfort. And I'm going to be posting a couple of different options at the end of this video that you can click on for ease. And there'll be a couple of different times, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So whatever can fit into your schedule at this time. And know that we are so deeply honored and grateful that you have joined each of us here at the School of Living Yoga in this past 5 days, this 5-day immersion together. So many wonderful humans from all around the globe, just doing such a wonderful job of supporting themselves and supporting one another. And I really hope that you'll join us for some live practices in the membership platform. We have our School of Living Yoga circle, which is launching right now here at the beginning of June. It's going to be our first month hosting live classes on this membership, and it's going to be so wonderful. I'm so excited about how many people have already been joining and signing up throughout the past 5 days in this immersion, and it's just so wonderful to connect with people in real time from all over the world. So we're excited to share workshops and yoga nidra practices, all sorts of different types of sadhanas, and just build this global community together. And it's really so exciting. So thank you if you've joined us for your 1-week free trial, and we hope that you feel called to stick around and join in some more live practices with the 4 of us coming up in the next few months together. And know that there are a whole host of other incredible yoga teachers. Some of my teachers are here, from senior teachers from Kripalu, who are also teaching on the same platform and within our circle, and you have access to about 30 classes a month with them as well. So the benefits of this circle, this Living Yoga circle, are really so great, so vast, and I'm so excited to share this with the world. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon here on YouTube in the comments or inside of the circle soon. Namaste. Have a beautiful yoga nidra practice, and can't wait to connect with you very soon.